Amazing. Flop. Give Jacobs. I give you amazing. Flop. Give Jacobs.
You think I'll be able to use your phone today? Well, I want to try to do one of those. The moderator put something on the channel. You know what I mean? Good morning, y'all. What's up? It's W.L. White the third. Give me a second. Let me bring up a few more things. Can I get you to write that down? The code? Sorry. Yeah, let me bring the rest of these platforms up and we'll get started, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to do like one of those.
Is somebody not going to work today?
Yeah, he hasn't even come out at all. Add to the stage. Let's remove that. What's up, y'all? I'm here. Okay, it's not too loud. I got the phone. Welcome. Yeah, my head's a mess. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to FLUX Vision. I'm W.L. White the third. I'll be your narrator, your guide, that guy that gets you through the flux continuum. And I do recaps and whatnot, once a week, and then I bring you up to speed and let you know where we at so far in the book, right? So I write a series of books. Let's go ahead and get that on the screen. You guys, anybody here, if you're on the whatnot platform, you can go and check out my where is this remote? This thing is just too loud. That's better. So much better. Okay, so like I was saying, let's go ahead and get these books put on so you guys can see. You can go and check my store out too, okay? And in the store, we have a bundle, right? I think it's for $45 now. We definitely getting more into the groove of doing this. I know you guys see like, wow, it took you 40 some episodes. Yeah, it took me 40 some episodes. Again, like I said, I stream across multiple platforms. We got like Facebook, X, Instagram. We have whatnot. We have YouTube. We have LinkedIn. We have all these different platforms, right? So again, I've been trying to get an additional phone. We got the computer hookup. We got everything. So now I'm using the CEO's phone, and I'm gonna see can I put something like one of those flash auctions out today. We're gonna try just to see if you guys can see it and see if anything pops up on the screen so that we can get a better feel. Or let's say on this end we can get a better feel so we can get product out to y'all. Because again, I'm getting ready to pass on my extensive comic archive. I'm getting ready to pass it on to the next generation or the next generation of collectors because again, I'm at a point in my life where I'm working on Flux, and that's what I'm gonna be pushing all of my hardcore into. But if you guys can check behind me up at the top, let's see how this looks. That's better. So if you look across the top, you can see these comics up in the back right here. Like I got these right here from Sin City, the name of these are indie guys that's doing what I'm doing, right? So possibly my peers, if you will, or they, it could be a little ahead of me, so because they're on comics and I'm still in novel form right now. I'm also, just in case you guys don't know, we are rather looking for a dedicated artist, right? That understands, a budget and whatnot. You got extra time on your hand. It's just something you doodling, if you will. Will we pay you for your work? Yes, we will. We'll pay you for your work. But again, right now we're still a small company. We're getting started and we need the work though. We need the artwork. for all of these characters, right? You can't keep using the same images over and over and over. So I only got so many things with these guys on it, but I want to, amp it up. I want to do something different with it, right? I want to create some posters. I want to create imagery. Start giving the customers or the people or the fans, even the fans, visual imagery of what it is that I'm describing when I'm talking about these other worlds and whatnot. All right, so that was a quick recap on what's been going on here at Flux. Mm, mm. And if anybody here likes music, uh, the beats you hear here right now, I got a couple of guys, okay, but the ones you hear most of the time when they say FDG Records, that's my partner from the military. I mean, like I've been knowing this guy like 30 years, and he's a producer, right? He makes all these beats and everything, and I'm like, hey, let me get some of those beats so it can play in the background. He let me, right? So these beats are from FDG Records, just in case, all right? You can find them on fdgrecords.com if you're a poet or you do one of the other arts. Just to give you guys a heads up. I mean, there's all type of instrumentals he has. So I'll probably play these guys, periodically during the week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be here from 10 to 11 a.m. on the Norm, where I show you a video clip. Just a visual so you can see the character. And it's real simple, extremely simple animation. You shouldn't even call it animation. It's a zoom in and a zoom out. And it just gives you, it's something to represent the character so you guys can see which one of the Zodiac Guardians that I'm discussing at that time or whatnot. So now what I want to do real quick is I want to give you a recap on the story thus far, what we've been doing, and who we're going to get into today, okay? So today we actually are going to get into Ember. This is Ember. Okay. So we will be getting into Ember today. Okay. But I have to go back because again, we just got into book 2. And I think we're still in chapter 1. And we're like on the sub chapter 3 or 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick recap. Yeah, we're like on page 15 today, right? So we just came into the book and the pages actually start on like page 3. Five, really, 5. That's where the story actually begins because you got all the intro and whatnot. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's get into what we're going to be doing. Look for my notes real fast to see if there was anything that else I need to be telling you guys about. I'm looking for something now that I can scan in real quick and see, can we do a flash sale? Well, I'll probably try to do that while the video is playing. So let's keep it pushed. So anyway, book 1, we learned turn this down a little bit. In book 1, we learned a little bit about there we go. We learned about the Zodiac Guardians. We learned that the story is as epic as it will be inclusive with the 4 horsemen of apocalypse. Is it a biblical story? There's Bible connotations in it. I mean, what story doesn't have some of that in it, right? Is it fantasy? Yes. Is it science fiction? Yes. Is it horror? Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of, right? But basically, Flux is the first line of defense for unprecedented extremes. So we just completed book 1, Flux Celestial Genesis, which introduces the 12 Zodiac Guardians. Let me put that up for you real quick. The 12 Zodiac Guardians. So, January through December, we have each one of the Zodiac Guardians is a defender for one of the constellations. Okay, one of the Zodiac constellations. Each constellation has an alpha star. The alpha star is considered an omniversal star. That means it shines simultaneously across every dimension. Okay, that means it's shining regardless of what Marvel realm, DC realm, Spun realm, Star Trek, Star Wars. This star, if you on the planet Earth and you look up into the sky, the alpha star is the one that shines across every dimension simultaneously. Okay, that's just how I wrote it in the Flux Continuum. All right, so we get a big introduction for all these characters, what's going on, um, how these guys even start, how everything even began. So on Earth-based characters, okay, and I think it's like 8 of them. It's Earth-based characters. This is their origin story. And then we have 3 Alpha Guardians too. So 9. So 9 of the characters. No. It's 8. 8 humans. This is their origin story. And the Cancer Protector, this is his origin story. But the 3 Alpha Guardians, they have already been doing whatever they were doing out in the universe because technically all of this happened out of alignment. Okay. So now that y'all got to understand, remember, we talking about the zodiac, okay? And everything in the zodiac has to be, according to the alignment with the earth and whatnot, right? So I kind of implemented that into the story too. Now, if we get into it, we got a big introduction in book 1. We do know that Cancer was pulled into the prime dimension. Then the prime dimension is the one that we live in, and that's the one with paradise, right? It has the Garden of Eden here. So there might be many Earths out there across the multiverse, but there's only one that has the Garden of Eden on it, and that's the one we reside on. That's how I wrote it in the Flux Continue. So when we get through going through book 1, at the end, we find out that an AI has interfered with one of the humans transporting and receiving his abilities and whatnot. And because of that interference, the senior order was passed over. So as soon as we open book 2, we get to that. Intech, who was the first one to wake up, right? He was you got him in a geostationary orbit around the earth where all the satellites and stuff were. He was the one that came in and got everything started with the UN. So Intech is passed over from Adam, and let's show you guys Adam. So Adam was body, his abilities, everything that's going on with Adam. He was made or designed, if you will, to be the leader. But again, everything's out of alignment. So there's a big interference. And during that interference, the senior order is passed to Intech. Now, most alien races, most alien societies and whatnot, they already know about this, y'all. They know what a senior order is. Remember, Earth. Okay, I know we kind of advanced for us, but we're catching up to a lot of what's going on out into the universe and whatnot. But these guys already know what a senior order is. They understand his authority. They understand that he is linked. He is the physical. Technically, he is the mortal. Let's say mortal. So he is the mortal physical representation of order. And if you know anything about Flux, the whole entire series is about the Lords of Order versus the Lords of Chaos. So again, and here we go. We just using the Zodiac, right, as avatars for the Lords of Order. And it's how we navigate throughout the universe. So Intech receives the senior order. And now that he's the senior order, the rest of the guys who, they come back from wherever they at, they see that he's the senior order, what he's been going through, and they go, oh, so everybody knows, at least the orb wielders know. They understand his authority. He has badges on his shoulders and whatnot with all these hieroglyphics and stuff. So Intech is like he's that dude now, right? Across the universe, right? So anyway, and then there's a big attack that's happening. So anyway, because there's a big attack, right? So the cancers, right? Remember, we said cancer was dragged into our universe or into our dimension. And so anyway, they eventually found us and they're looking for the ceremonial orbs anyway, right? And since they can't really scan our planet because the Titan shield facilities protect us with a barrier of white noise, they have to send down the Galaxians, right? They're considered destroyers of planets, right? The world destroyers. But these Galaxians, right? And Galaxians look something like this, y'all. They just not as colorful, if you will. They either brown or green, right? And this is how they normally look, right? So they're 4 arms, 2 legs, powerful. They have an NZ -0 mineral or an ore that coats their body, which it just negates kinetic energy. So, the heroes, or Intech sends the heroes, right? He basically, tells who to go where and do what, and they get into a fight with these guys, right? So the fights have just started. So now we have an phase, which is the first one. So we jump into the second subchapter, right? Just to recap, y'all. Phase is the first, right? So this is phase. As soon as my mouse decides to work again, phase decides to well, Pulse is teleporting everybody away, right? Because he can do it almost instantly. He leaves Phase behind. Phase talks to the people on the military there, the Russian military, and then he goes out to face the Galaxian coming. They get into it. Phase tries to phase through his weapon the whole nine. This is when he learns, yo, this must be NZ energy. So even though he's phasing, he's becoming transparent. His what will we say? I forgot the term that we use in sci-fi, y'all. He became like a phantom, though. Basically, he became incoherent, right? Whatever the word is. The point is, the mace from the Galaxian still hits him, even though he's in ghost mode, and he's like, "Wow!" So I guess he takes a closer look. I said, "I guess," right? He takes a closer look. He sees the modules, whatnot. He reports back. And then he continues to try to subdue the Galaxian. So after phase, then we jump to Intech and Shift, right? So Intech and Shift land in Antarctica, and they have to face the the Galaxian there, because 4 Galaxians were released because there's 4 Titan land-based Titan shield facilities, right? Which they're spaced out around the planet, so that the white noise barrier won't have any weaknesses, right? So they're kind of spread out across the planet. Anyway, so Intech goes to talk to the people in Antarctica, right? The facility there, and Shift just takes off, right? She takes off, pow, Pelican Falcon or whatever, the fastest Falcon. She spots the Galaxian, because in the Galaxian's trail, there's just this decay. So anytime a Galaxian or their field, they have this field around them, this -0 field, it just decay, it drains organic energy. It just drains the life from organic it drains organic energy from organic stuff, right? Including us, unless you have impact armor on. That's the only way you're going to be saved. You got impact armor on. But we're talking about the harbingers right now, right? The Zodiac Guardian. So Shift, she changes from a falcon to this giant triceratops, and even though she does a nosedive at this thing at top speed, when she hits his field, he can barely feel it. That's what I mean when I say his NZ field actually negates kinetic energy. So unless you overload it somehow, and I mean it's going to take a lot, right? But unless you overload it and blow out his calibers or whatever, then like this dude, you can't stop him. So anyway, he begins to beat Shift down. Basically, let me show you guys who Shift is. He begins to beat Shift down, and while he's beating Shift down, she I didn't say good morning to the people from Facebook, but we hit them with a big GM. Here we go. GM. That's a good morning for them, and we back. So anyway, he begins to beat Shift down, and she's stuck in the NZ field, and she can't get out. And if you've been following the Harbingers or the Zodiac Guardians, you would know that their Cynanotech armor is an ambient energy absorbing conduit. It's an armor, right? But it's ambient. It's charged off ambient energy, just energy that's out there in the air. But inside the NZ field, there's no kinetic energy going on, right? So she's trying to drag herself out of the field, but I mean, the Galaxian, he's on her, right? So, long story short, he goes for the killing blow, the Galaxian, and here we go with Intech coming out of nowhere with the Q quartz. And remember, he has those bands on, those quantum bands, so he ends up slicing right through the Galaxian because he creates a quantum quartz, and that's the strongest substance, right? Because it's dimensional and everything. It's omniversal. It's the strongest material in the whole universe. But don't sleep on trilithium, which is, produces the NZ field. Long story short, he slices the head in half and he saves Schiff, right? And then they both basically start scanning the alien. Intake is an information technology. Shift is a like a what do you call it? I don't want to call her a chameleon because she's so much greater than a chameleon, but she can study the galaxians um, organically, and Intake scans it and studies it through technology. That's what I was saying, though. That's what I meant at the end when I stated they both, scan them in their own way. And then we get to that's it, right? Okay. So we've done the recap, y'all. And today, so the reclusive or Ember, right? The one that's been looking for her sister. We found out that she's a twin, right? And basically, when W.L. White was reporting it, because he's the documentarian of the story, when he was doing all that, he actually found well, Ember's sister was actually like dropped off 2 blocks away from a police station. And then, of course, Ember went and scooped her sister up. Okay, just what happened. All right, so now we have a video, right? You can go ahead and put all this stuff off. And we have a video. There we go. So now we got this video, and the video will play basically Ember's part, y'all. I mean, it's not too quick, but it's quick. And then I'll be back. And while I'm doing that, while the video is playing, I'll be trying to find something to scan in. Okay, so you guys hold on 2 ticks. There we go. And I'm going to let this play.
Ember, AV Parametral 3, Rodenkau, Manaus, Brazil, Earth. South of the Eduardo Gomez International Airport, Ember stands on the patio of her rooftop apartment. Her twin sister Kay is sleeping below. She has recently endured an extremely traumatic experience. Ember recently tore a path of devastation through the criminal underworld in search for her sister. She has brought desolation to the criminal empire's ranks. Kay was released safely a couple of streets from a Roraima police station. Thousands of people have gathered on the streets below her apartment complex. The people shout cheers and praises of gratitude. Ember has single-handedly made the streets safe to travel again. The South American authorities will not file criminal actions against the enhanced human. In lieu of public outcry, social media is buzzing with adoration for this hero's actions. People are traveling from hundreds of miles away to witness an enhanced human. Some believe she has been sent by the heavens to protect them. While Ember is deep in thought, her sister Kay joins her on the rooftop. "Hey, sleepyhead, how are you?" Ember asks her sister as she reaches out for a hug. "I'm feeling so much better after resting. Thank you so much, Ember, for saving my life," Kay answers during a long and intimate hug between sisters. "Hey, I can't get over how hot you look," Kay jokingly says to her sister. She takes a few steps backwards to get a better look at Ember. "What do you think?" Ember responds while posing in her armor. "I love it. I heard it's the latest thing," Kay continues to joke with her sister as they burst into laughter. Ember changes the subject and inquires in a serious tone. "Why haven't you put on your impact armor?" Kay responds with an intimate humbleness. "I'm still thinking about it. For real, Moni, thank you so much for saving me. I'm so glad you came when you did. The kidnappers were terrified of me once they knew you were coming. They started treating me like a disease." Kay's cell phone interrupts the sisters' conversation. While Curtis, the family friend, yells through the speaker, Ember notices a streak of light in the sky. "Curtis says aliens are attacking a Titan facility," Kay excitedly yells to Ember. As Ember levitates into the sky, she replies to Kay, "Put the impact armor on and stay safe till I return." Kay yells out to Ember, but her sister is gone. Ember flies straight up until she reaches the upper atmosphere. She is extremely sensitive to heat and is able to track specific heat signatures. That includes falling objects entering the Earth's atmosphere. As Ember scans the atmosphere for recent activity, she sees the pod that entered Earth's atmosphere moments ago. The vessel contains something that doesn't burn. The pod's trajectory is descending near the west coast of South America. Ember takes off in a burst of blinding light. As a child, Ember learned to engage adversity. She knows the problem doesn't go away. It will remain until it has been removed.
Taste my steel.
Okay, so you guys heard it there. I attempt to make the CEO a moderator so that we could put stuff out. I guess I still got more troubleshooting to do, everybody. So let's get back to the show. Anyway, so yeah. So basically, y'all, we just moving the story forward. Okay, that's what's going on. We got Ember, and Ember. Let me put Ember up because there are a couple of these characters I like. Right? I mean, I really like them. Like I put a lot of work into a few of them, and some of them, I won't say I don't relate with them, but I try to keep them the way their horoscopes and stuff go. I try to keep them in character. Yeah, there we go with the mouse again. Okay, so this is Ember. Okay, and I mean, just like the story basically said, hey, Ember's on the rooftop looking over the city, or looking over part of the city that she can see, checking the view out. There are all these people, not necessarily crowding her like a parade, but there are people downstairs. You got kids, back outside playing now because ultimately they got a superhero around. And the criminal empire is already they're already a little afraid, okay? They okay, so there's a lot that just happened to Earth, y'all. I mean, we looking at 3 weeks, right? Within 3 weeks, all of this stuff has happened on Earth. And she's got a sister back. There's a superhero that's flying around that's interested or in the betterment of like the community and whatnot. She's down to earth. So, the kids out there playing, they kind of miss that in where she's from. So anyway, she ends up seeing something in the sky because again, it's almost like second nature for Ember to see things with her heat vision. No pun intended on heat vision, like it's a destructive power, but let's call it thermal vision then, okay? So she can see thermally. And it's easy for her vision to switch between like looking the way we see as humans and then thermal, right? There's something going on high up in the sky, and she can see a thermal trail, right? So again, she knows why she has the power. She know it. It's technically to protect this stuff you just supposed to get. She's a hero. This is what they do. So she basically says goodbye to her sister. And in a stern, assertive voice, hey man, put your impact arm on, like for real, like stop playing. The same guy, the cop friend that was supposed to find her sister, he basically calls and says that there are monsters on the planet, yada yada yada. So she immediately goes ahead and takes off. And when she gets up there, she's able to follow the trail. That's what she can see. She can see the thermal energy left behind by the ejection pod that 2S Danger sent the Galaxians out in. Yeah, and then it comes down to the end, and she sees them enter the atmosphere. She sees the pod's trajectory. It's on the west coast of South America. she takes off in a burst of blinding light, like she's going to find out what's happening. And tomorrow, again, we find out what's going on tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Tomorrow. Wow. Tomorrow. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be long. Okay, it ain't too long, but okay. Tomorrow, we get into Stratus, right? So Ember is basically just, we letting it be known that the people of Earth, or the criminal underworld of Earth, has turned her sister, right? They released her, let her go. And now, I guess maybe with a clear mind, because she did kind of warn, if I didn't get my sister back, like, it's gonna be heck to pay. So now that her sister back, I guess she can get in the character, right? And she can become the true guardian of, well, she's the guardian of Aries, right? So she can technically go and do her job now. And that's it. It's just letting you know that, there's like another clean slate. We don't have no melted humans moving around or whatnot, no globs of organic matter or nothing like that. But yeah, that's it for this clip, y'all. So Ember was today. Tomorrow we will be tomorrow. So tomorrow, Aquarius. Hey, you guys, we're gonna find out, what your guy can do tomorrow, right? I mean, that's what's happening. Okay. Also, I wanted you guys to know, like, check my store out. Okay. We got the 3-book bundle out there, and I just wanted you guys to know what's going to be happening, throughout the Flux Continue. So you know how you give away a few things, that's going to happen, but the story has to be written and whatnot. And these aren't the titles of the books, but there's a lot going on in each book, right? I'm not writing the book as each one has their own story. This is one ongoing story that's going to include 12 books, and the 12 books, because it's 3 been published now, okay? But the 12 books will tell you the entire story, to include. Okay, so basically I just wrote, in their travels, the Zodiac Guardians will encounter and reveal the beginning of the universe to the end of all creation. So in their travels, as they journey throughout to fight whatever, to encounter whatever, there will be certain knowledge that, let's say, man, remember, this is about man too. Man, remember, we're the ones behind. Everything else out in the universe knows what's going on. We're the only ones that don't, right? We've been stuck on this planet. We don't have the technology to, like, get up and go if we really, really wanted to. So we're finding out everything that transpired and everything that we are supposed to have to know and whatnot, or in every multiverse or whatever, right? So this 12-book series will include the First War, the Lords of Chaos versus the Lords of Order, the creation of the universe, the 3 ages of man, the universal alignment, the apocalypse, the great collapse, the end of war. So all 12 books will have all of these stories plus what's going on. But that's why I told you guys, you know what I mean? If you want that cliffhanger and all that, I mean, I just get to it. I just don't see why, I have to drag on out. These characters are kind of perceptive, you know what I mean? They're not idiots, and some things are just common sense, and common sense is common sense. And remember, these are supposed to be the premier people of each zodiac sign. So you guys have to understand, like, they don't have a lot wrong with them. You know what I mean? They got some things going on. Everybody has, a little self-esteem. Maybe need to be motivated. Maybe they down. As you saw, Ember was going through a rage fit when it was about finding her sister. So the characters themselves will go through things, but they're not dumb at all. None whatsoever. Now, I mean, I'm not saying they're the smartest people in the world, but if the dots look like they connect, we're gonna at least try to connect the dots. So these guys, when they go out, and they going out to fight, and they going out to learn what's going on with the rest of the universe, and how can they better do certain things when the plan is enacted. Remember, some of the orb wielders anyway, because I'm going to introduce you guys to, like, the let me put this back up. I'm going to introduce you guys to, like, the what you call those guys, like the multiverse guys and all of that. So you guys will see so many other characters that come into play, but the Zodiac Guardians themselves, at least the Harbingers, the ones with Psi Nanotech armor, they can communicate with each other without necessarily everybody else understanding. Just like when you and an alien race can start talking and they can understand, but that's the quantum quartz helmet handling all of that. Just to let put you guys in. But I want you guys to know this is an extensive story. It's epic. It includes that's book 4 right there that you're looking at. It includes like the 7 deadly sins. It includes the anti-gods. It includes the what do you call those guys? The Greek. Well, no, I would say more than just the Greek gods. The god pantheon from not biblical time, because it wasn't in biblical times. It was like Zeus and Ra and all of these other guys. So it includes all of that stuff, right? We found out like all these things that happened to the earth through the Zodiac Guardians, and then we understand why they're Zodiac Guardians. So I have to reveal all of that too. Like I said, it's a lot, but it's to me, I try to keep it throttled at 70 and up. You know what I mean? I want you guys to enjoy your trip. I don't want to deaden the story. Now we do little recaps and flashback, but that's to give you insight on the character or where they're journeying to. I mean, I give it all to you right there. So that's kind of what we do, y'all. Check out my store. 3 book bundles out there. If you want to, you can try one. I'm gonna keep working with this. Again, we got another show tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, so I'll be working with this phone and attempting to maybe I have to get her I don't know how we're gonna do this, y'all, but I will get this done because on the 50th show this Saturday, I want to start auctioning stuff out. So if I have to use my phone to do it, then that's what's gonna happen. We'll just do flash sales from my. I just rather you guys be able to have one camera dedicated to you, so that you can do your thing with it. Yeah, because she can't do some of the stuff. Yeah, I have more stuff too. I can promote and everything. So I got to get her added to the account somehow. Okay. That's what's up. Anyway, thank you guys for coming today. If you're on any other platforms, remember you can always check this out. I give you a little bit every day just so that so give you a reason to come back and get the rest of the story. If you can't handle it, you go out there, check out my YouTube. I think I have the entire story out there. So yeah, I had a little lingo that I wanted to hit with you guys, and I want to know what you guys think. So raise your hand, throw it out there, toss it out there if you want to. So I just me myself, I believe that anything you do, once you got to try, right, and you got to get the right help and assistance, right. So like the president, and no, I'm not comparing myself to the president, okay, but like the president, he doesn't know everything. He's not. He's versed in some of them. He's like a jack of trades, right. He knows a little something about everything. He's been briefed on it, right, but he has to go to his subject matter experts to get their advice, and then it's on him, right? He has to use. Here we go again with this common sense stuff. Right? Normally, that's how it's supposed to be done. So I kind of looked at it like, hey, I was collecting comics, and I started like around 9 years old. So I was, let's say around 8. I was doing going to read them and whatnot. I remember going to the boys club. We had a couple of people who had them. I remember my first comic book reading, or the first one that I can remember reading, was a Captain America, and man, it was a vampire who had him in a trance. It was old though; it had to be like from early 70s, right? And it was getting ready to bite him. It wasn't Varney though. It wasn't Varney. It was another. It was Marvel, right? Because it was Captain America, and he had Captain America in it. But long story short, anyway, he bit Captain America on the neck. But Captain America has chain mail in his costume, which I never knew that until then, right? And it kind of blew my mind. I was like, wow. But this guy had so many comic books, right? We at the boys club. So I kind of got into it at 8, and then at 9, I started collecting my own. And I'm 52 now, right? So I looked at it, hey, anything you've been doing for 30 plus years, you should be a subject matter expert at it. So I like to joke about it, and because I'm an honorary PhD, right? That's because I gave myself an honorary PhD in science fiction, right? Because I didn't go to school to do this stuff. I studied this stuff, right? I mean, from Star Wars, Star Trek, horror shows, because I look at horror shows like science fiction too, though. I do. Even if it's real, I still look at them like that. Because they be doing superhuman stuff, man. Horror shows, thrillers, anything science fiction, man. Even comedy. So, I studied them. I studied the story. I studied how the story could go, rise and fall, the pitch of it, I guess, if you will. And I kind of eat this stuff up. So while I'm doing this, I'm also, coming up with little ways to say, my credentials in this. So this is kind of how I looked at it. In the study of life, that's the college I went to, right? I know I'm killing myself today, right? I got a PhD in sci-fi. My major was Marvel, and my minor was DC. My term paper is FLUX. And this is my and Flux gets to show you, I guess, my academic concepts, and it's a way of me demonstrating my knowledge when it comes my knowledge and my creativity when it comes to, like, this genre of art, if you will. So kind of, y'all, that's kind of how I came up with it. And to me, it just tickled me to death because I always look at Flux as my turn paper. It's what I'm going to give to the sci-fi community. And hopefully, God willing, I'm able to blow this up the way it needs to, and it goes viral and the story gets out and it's like, man, yo, like you did that. So yeah, and then I want, like I want my name in lights too next to the big guys. I don't want to say I got there. I know it takes about 20 years, but I'm already 52, y'all. And I mean, I don't know I'm gonna be doing it like this at 72. So, with technology and everything, I know we can move faster nowadays. So, just in case y'all was thinking about it, something to jump on to and say, hey, how can I become a part of that? If you're an artist, like I said earlier, because that's what I need more than anything. I need an artist that's I guess that don't really have a major project they working on. Somebody start, doing concept art when it comes to the entire Flux continue. Remember, like I said, hey, you're gonna get paid, so don't stress that. Get in touch with me. Let me know. I'm actually doing interviews right now. I want to have a not a Zoom, but I use StreamYard. So I want to have like a video chat with a couple of people. I just rather have everybody there together, and I tell y'all what I need, and what we have in the budget, and then we can move forward, or whether we doing that or percentages or whatever. We need visuals, y'all. We need visuals. So if you got a friend that know an artist or whatnot, an illustrator, somebody who draws this stuff, that's able to take a story and give it a visual, because that's what I'm lacking. I'm lacking the visual, right? And like I said, you can only use the same artwork so many times. And like right now, I'm moving to a book. Yeah, I want to say I'm a little bit over halfway through with book 5. I think I'm working between book 5 and book 6, y'all, because it's a little weird when you write. Sometimes there are things that I'm so far ahead. I got to make sure that all of the book mesh the way it's supposed to. So some things that are in book 5, I might put a little bit in book 6. I don't know yet. But anyway, that's what's going on, y'all. That's what's going on. Remember, y'all, check out the store. I got to make sure I continue to say this sometime. Check out the store, okay? Those are the bad guys, y'all. Those are the 7 deadly sins on the screen. Yep. Amazing. Amazing. I do want y'all to know, I think I told you guys, I got my innovator, my fan, my hologram fan. I just need to find a way to strap it to this tripod because the screws don't line up, or maybe go to Lowe's or something. I'm going to get it done, y'all. I'm going to get it done. All right, so we've been looking at Flux, y'all. Y'all looking at my screensaver, right? And this is just, my screensaver going. It's just giving you guys insight on some of the characters that's coming in the future. Notice everything is based off your zodiac. Okay, so yeah, y'all, I got a lot going on. If you're one of those bored guys, you might end up seeing I don't want to say a role playing game, but you know these guys do like this Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot what that's called. That type of gaming. You might see a couple of pieces of paper within the screensaver that has that because that's I went to like I call it a class to learn how to do it, but it was so much work that I would need like here we go again somebody that does that, and then they learn about flux and they apply that flux to that because I've been told a couple of times I need to do that. But man, y'all, that's hard. I've already written game one. I wrote the first character for game one. It's about maybe 15 pages, about 15 boards, about 15 different boards for the first character to play in the Flux game. So again, y'all, I mean, I'm always working ahead. Again, I have big dreams, and whenever my investor or my blessings show up, I want you guys to know we're gonna be moving kind of fast, and that's why I work so far into the future, right? And even if something happened to me, then you know my family could take up the mantle and move forward because I've already done so much work. And they already know about, you know, how to get the Fiverr or Fiverr, whatever you guys call it. But look, y'all, check me out, man. Check the store out. I got stickers out there. We're gonna make sure we have a big sale. That's what this is about. This big sale that's supposed to happen on episode 50, Saturday at 10 a.m. That's why I was working with the other phone to show you guys, well, not to show you, but to try to attempt to put out a test today for a flash auction, right? But again, she doesn't have the access on her phone, so I need to get that done after this show is over. But I'm gonna attempt to get that done before and add her to the account so that we can make moves, okay? And it's just a little weird, y'all. I got to learn the system here. But check us out. We got many posters. All of them are laminated. Everything that I pretty much send people or I send to a fan or whatnot, generally have a company seal, raised seal, my initials, autograph, the date, something to that effect, right? I autograph pretty much everything that I send out because when we do a big revamp, I won't, you know, you'll probably have to purchase and find me and find out wherever I'm at, because then I won't be able to just sit here and do things like podcasting and all. I have to like actually go to the warehouse and do work, like, you know, manual labor and stuff. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna turn this up, let this play, and I'll be back, y'all. I got to get all my time. So let me turn this up. Amazing.
Jacobs. I give you amazing. Floor. Give Jacobs. I give you amazing. Flaunt. Give Jacobs. I give you amazing. Flaunt. Give Jacobs.
All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show, y'all, so I can get with whatnot and find out what I need to do so that I can start running auctions and whatnot, on additional items. So hey, thank you guys for coming today. We had a good time. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. and hey, enjoy your day. We out.